Hey, Matthew, I'll start off by not going 0 for 12, asking you for your cell phone number at the end of the season.
Appreciate that.
Going for a chuckle. Just do you at all in your mind think that this is your last game with the Lions? It enter your mind at any point? Does it right now? Will it later today?
Obviously can't speak into the future, but I don't think about it at the moment. Obviously, just disappointed we couldn't get a win today. We fought hard. I got to give a lot of credit to our team. Played their ass off. Had some guys beat up on defense. Some other guys stepping in and playing. Very similar situation up front for us on the offensive line side, and I thought those guys that came in, fought, and played really well. Obviously, I can't turn it over and hurt us like I did. So, got to find a way to play a little bit better and help us get a win. It's always better to end the season on a win. So I don't care what your record is. It's nice to walk out with the winning taste in your mouth, and not getting that done is obviously disappointing, but got to move on.
Justin?
Hey, Matthew, there's no competitive advantage to protect going forward. I'm just curious, what were you dealing with today? What was the pain, I guess, you're going through with the 3 different injuries for this one?
I don't know. There are a bunch of stuff, but I'm just like everybody else. Doing whatever they can to be out there and play. I appreciate all the guys on our team that fought back. I mean, Danny Shelton getting his ass back out there and playing was awesome. I mean, there was a bunch of guys that had big time efforts to get out there and play today. So I'm proud of those guys for that. As far as me, just similar stuff that the last couple of weeks, but obviously was able to be somewhat effective. Wish I could have been better, but felt like I could play, so wanted to be out there.
And then, we talk about roster turnover every year. Marvin Jones was the final game of his contract. We don't really know what his future holds, but really big performance today. I just wondered, what was a point of emphasis for you going into this one to feed him the way you did, or is that just kind of the way the game plan developed naturally?
Kind of the way it developed, but Marv was hot early, and I was going to keep feeding him. Obviously, I wish that third touchdown would have stuck for him. I thought it was a great catch. I'm not sure it hit the ground, but maybe there's a better view. We didn't have a good one in the stadium, but was just happy for him, man. He's been a really good player for us for 5 years, and I've enjoyed playing with him, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? But guy's an incredible talent. Obviously, a great friend of mine, and a great teammate. So just happy that he had a big day.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yep.
Mike Rothstein?
Hey, Matthew. Your buddy Dan Orlovsky tweeted right after the game was over that he felt like this should be your last game in Detroit and that they should let you leave to go play somewhere else. When you hear people that saying that, what goes through your head?
It honestly doesn't matter if I know him or if I don't. I really don't pay too much attention to it. I just go about my business and go about my day-to-day, try to help this team win. All those kind of things in my mind will figure themselves out, and we'll go from there. But everybody has the right to their opinion. I know Dan, well, he's a good friend of mine. But to me, don't pay too much attention to it.
And if for some reason this was your last game with the Lions, how would you hope that you were remembered? I'm
not going to get into that hypothetical. You guys can talk to me after whatever my last game is here. Who knows? So, but until that's final, I'm not going to have any thoughts on that. Sorry.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, Matthew.
Dave?
Sorry to make this all about, your future and whatnot, but what will go into that decision? I mean, do you know what you want to do and you just don't want to say it, or do you have to sit down and make some discussions about what you want to do, going forward?
I got 2 years left on my deal here, so there's a lot to discuss. I'll obviously, keep that between my family and I and all that, but we'll figure it out at some other date, I'm sure.
You do have 2 years left, but certainly if you wanted to, change the scenery, you could probably make that happen. Is that something that you'll consider at least this offseason?
I'm going to obviously just look back on this season, reflect on this season, hang out with my wife, my kids, cool down for a little bit, figure all that kind of stuff out at a later date.
Bevel mentioned the speech that you gave to the team last night. Just sounded like it was a fairly moving speech, stirring him, that this was, just about how important all this stuff was to you. Can you share a little bit of insight as to, why you said what you'd said and what you said, in fact?
Yeah, I mean, he asked me to a couple other guys as well, but asked me to, just talk about the game of football and why it's important. And I kind of shared my thoughts with my teammates. I didn't realize it was that moving, but I appreciate it. I was just honest. We're lucky to get to do what we do. We're part of history. We're a part of this group of people that gets to call themselves NFL players or coaches or whatever it is, and that's a huge responsibility. And just wanted those guys to know that I feel like every time I come to work, I bear that responsibility. I want to hold up my end of the bargain, and I just wanted them to know that that's what's really important to me about this game, and some other stuff. But that was kind of the gist of it.
Do you know if you need any surgeries after the season yet?
I don't think so. I don't hope so. I hope not. I think I'm all right.
And then last thing, if Bevel, what do you think of Daryl's chances to be head coach of this team going forward?
I'm not going to get into that, but I was extremely proud of the way he stepped into that situation. It's a tough one. It's a tough year to be a coach in the NFL with all the extra, COVID stuff going on, all the regulations and all that. I thought he did an outstanding job. He's a heck of a person, and I think everybody got to realize that. I'm sure you guys did, getting your chances to talk to him a little bit more. He's a great person and a great coach, and I was just really happy, that he got the opportunity. And I think everybody in our locker room really rallied around him, which was awesome. And obviously want to win more football games than we did, but I thought he stepped in and did a great job.
Thanks, Matthew. Heal up.
All right, time for two more. Tim, go ahead.
Hey, Matthew, thanks for taking the time. I'm just curious, what do you think about this offense's future? Some of the young pieces that you have. Do you think that the future is bright for this offense if you're part of it moving forward?
Yeah, I think, up front, we've got some really talented guys and some guys that play their ass off, which I love. I love those guys. They kept me clean and did a heck of a job. So I think up front we're in a really good spot. Obviously in the backfield, got some talented players, some young guys that can really play. And Hawk, I thought, did an outstanding job of developing from year one to year two. Jesse, Brian, all those guys. It was like, a bunch of playmakers at that position, and at the receiver room, we'll see what happens. But I think I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, like who has their contract coming back or not. But I know Quintez did a great job stepping in and playing a big role. Kenny was down early in the season. And he had to fill in and did a great job, and then kind of carved a role out for himself later on and played well. We'll see, but there's a bunch of guys that work their tail off, show up to work every day, ready to make plays and try and score, and I really appreciate it about those guys.
All right, last one, Woj.
Matthew, it seems like more people express frustration for you than you express for yourself about your lot in life here. And yet you go out there and play. And I wonder how hard it still is when the season ends and you put it all out there that it's over. You're not going to the playoffs. And it's happened a few times. How hard is it? Does it ever not get hard?
No, it's hard every time. Difficult, disappointing, all those words come to mind. Want to win, want to be in those games more than anything. Starts with me. I can play better, help us get there. That's the way I look at it. I want to win just as bad as anybody, if not more so. And but the thing that I can control is how I play. And I could have played better to help us win some more games in some other spots this year, and maybe that gave us a chance. So. I understand your question, but my focus is on what I can control and, what I can, what I can manage. And that's just doing everything I can to make myself a better player.
Appreciate it. Good
Thanks,
luck.
Matthew.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.